Welcome back. In this video, we're going to take a look at creating a subdomain on a web host. Now, the particular web host I'm using is just a demo account, but it uses tools that are pretty common to a lot of web hosts out there. So we'll be using cPanel. So first of all, I'm going to log into my cPanel using the details that the host provided me with. And I'm presented with the cPanel interface. Now, because I've used this account for a lot of practice and whatnot, if we jump into the file manager, you'll see that I have in my public HTML directory, I've got a lot of files that already indicate that there's a WordPress installation on my top directory, which there is. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a subdirectory or subdomain that'll basically mean that we can put our website into a folder in here, and the subdomain will point to that folder as if it was our main domain. Okay, so we'll just close down the file manager there. Now to do this, we're going to have to come down here and look for a section in our cPanel called Domains, and we want to click on Subdomains. And now we want to create the name for our subdomain. In this case, I'm going to call it Elementor, as that's the test website that we'll be moving. And then you have to pick a domain. In my case, this is my main domain, so I want to use it. So in other words, the full address will read elementor.awilliams.inverlit.net.au. Then we've got the document root. So it's going to create a folder called Elementor in my public HTML folder. So that's what I want it to do. So we'll click on Create. And it tells me that's successful. So if we go back, and we can see in the list now that I've got elementor.awilliams.inverlit, etc. The document root. So that's all set up and ready to go. If we go back to our file manager, and we have a look in our public HTML folder, you should now see an Elementor folder in there, which should be empty, except for the CGI bin folder. Leave that alone. That's all right. That's how it's supposed to be. So it's all set up and ready for us to put a fresh new website into.